What up, guys? Welcome to another session of the Hype It Up ABLAZE Entertainment Show. We are here with not only...
Yeah! Listen, man. Let's be clear. Rock Boy. Shake my hand. I am FlyTy, the front runner, gunner, the Roddy, Rock Boy G's. I am president of Rock Boy Records. I'm partner to the over 30 million record sold producer, Mr. DR, period. And I'm also one half of that murder unit.
you!
Bang time, we out here. I'm here with my partner. He go by the name of Berry Goodz. Talk to him.
Your boy Berry Goodz. Listen, man, Brooklyn's in the building, man. We represent Rock Boys in the building. Salute the DR, period. Salute to the murder unit. Yo, listen, man. Y'all gotta really check that MU's project, man. I'm so impressed with it. Even though I came in at the last, he got on one song because these freakers was pulling this plot off when I was, well, you know, not actively in the studio.
But now let's be clear. This man right here, he got the L project. It's called Goodz Time. You know what I mean? Crazy. Crazy.
Good time.
Entirely produced by DR, period.
Entirely produced.
Beat smack, rhymes is hard body. This man's story is impeccable. It's crazy. Every street legend across America all know this man. So therefore, we stand up and we give him props. You know, matter of fact, everybody clap. We got that man props. That's very good. You get very good props, goddammit. Very good got his props. We out here. Rock Boy G's. G's up.
Let's go.
Fact, man. Yo, thank y'all for coming back for this exclusive interview. I really appreciate y'all, for real. I really appreciate y'all. Especially after just getting home, man.
Right.
Like literally just getting home.
Good.
Like, and I heard you was in there writing like albums worth of content, like albums.
Well,
how was that like? What was it like in there for you, and how were you able to stay so creative?
No, not me. I can say I was fortunate enough to stay out the belly of the beast. So not me. Salute to my man Juan. 100. Salute to Juan. But I was fortunate to stay out the belly of the beast. But my brother did what he needed to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I apologize. That's my fault.
No, that's don't worry about it.
That's
don't worry about it.
That's what Wikipedia will do to you.
Yeah, listen,
right?
man, it's all good work.
No,
yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that, man. How was that life for you?
Man, they give you lemons, you make lemonade, yeah.
How long? Was your
16. Did 16 straight, yeah. And did 16 straight and been out 16. So.
Hold on, goddammit. Hold on. You gotta applaud that man.
Crazy. When you talk about doing bullets, you did a whole fucking clip, nigga.
The clip.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You did a mag.
You learn so much through that trip, man. That it's life changing. Like some people drop the ball after doing such a trip and didn't learn anything from it, and some of us it made us different, more better people. You know what I mean? You really get to figure out who you are going through such an experience. You know, and I'm fortunate that going through that experience, it also put a status of greatness in my life at the same time. You know what I mean? Of standing up as well as one did in that situation. And this is why when me being home now, I constantly go back to see the fellas. You know, I constantly make my contribution back, you know, supporting those that haven't made it out yet, you know. So for me, it was a blessing in disguise. It was something that was needed. I wouldn't have got that blessing in life at no university in the world.
Talk to him.
You know, so that was a university in itself, and I got so much out of that educational trip there.
Wow. And one thing I can say about my brother, man, real talk, real humble guy, right? Staying tall, 100%, giving, talented. His penmanship is incredible. He understands his voice and the beats, how he attacked songs, and one thing I love is the fact that he appreciates the fact that he grew up before he, went on vacation. He was around one of the greatest producers to ever do it. My big cousin, my family, he's around one of the greatest producers to ever do it, and he appreciated that. And when he came home, he didn't take that for granted. He worked and he did his thing. And DR period, he laid him and DR. They did a phenomenal project. I'm telling you, he got a song out right now. One of the singles called Good Day, and that's actually one of my favorite records because you were a straight gangster. But he's telling you, yo, I'm having a good day. You know what I mean? Like, and what he's doing, it's incredible, man. Everybody, make sure y'all go check out that album, and especially that single. Oh man, it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? I like to brag on my people. You know, so that's what I do.
No, you should.
I brag on my
you absolutely should.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was about to say I gotta give you your props because not only with the music, but I also want to talk about how you get into like the movie soundtracks. How do you not only juggle, but like, where does that like give me a little bit more of a background on how you do both and how like the movie soundtrack came into
that's
it.
my avenue.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking that I thought y'all were both doing it together.
Ask the question.
Yeah, we out here.
He's the director of that. He knows how to. It's called placements. It's called movie placements. You know, and it just them to submit it into the right situations at the time. You know.
Right.
So,
now more like they it's like more broad related to like sync licensing. That's like the practice of it, what people now call it, like getting those placements consistently and actually developing relationships with these teams and companies.
But now the thing is, right, with number one, again, salute to my big brother, man, my fam, DR period. He created a soundtrack. When I mean by soundtrack, I don't mean actual soundtrack. I mean his mind frame, his heart, his soul on the MPC and on the keys and all that. He created something that can't be duplicated, and it's love, and it's real, right? So from Brownsville, Brooklyn, from the heart of Brooklyn, right? He created something that is timeless, and time after time again, what happens is these different movies, TV shows, commercials, trailers, they all reach out because they all want that sound. Now, even though we started drifting off into different eras and different drill and this, that, and the third, and salute to them all that is great. But when this head is put inside the music, that's timeless. Timeless, and that's always going to be. So, to get to your situation, those movies, those soundtracks, from the Nutty Professor soundtrack to You Got Served soundtrack to when me and DR, we was in the movie with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and 50 Cent, called Righteous Kill, to that, to Captain America that just dropped, to a new movie that's about to come out. I just got a placement in that.
Really?
It's called Now You See Us, Now You Don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just got a placement in that. So what happened is that heart, it's that love, it's that thing of ours, pause, that goes into the music, and when DR sets his mind to it, it ain't gonna be nothing but greatness from there. You know what I'm saying? Greatness.
You were on the Nutty Professor, that you produced for the Nutty Professor.
I did.
You know how iconic
my
that
partner
is
produced
in like the
DR
community
produced it.
in the industry.
I did the business, yeah.
Wow, man.
It was the second single. The first single was Hove and Foxy, Ain't No Nigga. And we had the second single, which was My Crew Can't Go For That. With Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler. That was the, you know what I mean?
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
DBA
is Christ.
You
know what I mean?
Right.
Salute to the whole Next Level clique. Word.
That's fucking insane, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe, cause that takes you back a while, like a while.
Yeah.
Like that means you've been in this industry, not only just on the back end and pre, but like working and successful for. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's really inspirational, and what people need to remember and understand is keep fucking going. Keep going, bro.
Keep going.
I've been doing this for about 10 years. I've been at a professional engineering level for about the last like 5, maybe almost 6. And I've been making music the whole time.
Nice.
Just keep
Gotta
going.
keep
Like
doing it.
just it doesn't matter.
Like I said,
If Russ didn't tell you
put
that,
your heart
I don't
in
really
it,
listen to him personally, but I
it's a
still
go.
respect the hustle. If Hobson didn't tell you that, then if you can't, if they're not listening to you, then it don't even matter at
Listen,
that point, bro.
put it like this, right? Here's what I learned, right? DR told me that people try to conquer the world. Fuck that. You gotta conquer your block.
Yeah.
After your block, you go for your neighborhood. After your neighborhood, then you go for the borough. After the borough, then the city. After the city, then you go for the country. Then you can go for the world. And how do you do that? You do that by being 100% to yourself. Because no matter what you do, there's going to be somebody that's just like you somewhere. So you ain't got to try to front, try to pretend you ain't none of that. There's somebody that's just like you somewhere, and they're going to love that shit that you do. So that's the reason why, like, on the back end, on the business side, I did that. You know what I mean? When we had Papoose as our artist, and I Dirty, and all these guys, and DR, you know, Slid, and he started doing production for some of everybody across the world. I came in the door rapping. Yeah. And DR was like, nah, you cool. And I said, oh nah. So I wanted to impress him. So I started a street team. I was handing out flyers, putting up posters, going to the club, from block to block, actually
street
walking.
teams are still really important.
Street, yes.
Like I still learn a lot from just walking down like ABC City or LES Manhattan, where there's a lot of local art being posted, because motherfuckers will go over the commercial shit and post their bills all the way on top of it. You know what I mean? Right. Speaking of that, just finding your audience anywhere. You guys were in Dubai recently.
No, we go to Dubai in October.
Oh, you guys are going
to
Dubai
in October.
Okay.
Yeah. And how we got that Dubai show is because Barry, myself, my partner Rule, DR, a few of us, we was in Texas for
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest. We was in Texas, and we did a show, and people love what we did, because we wasn't doing. We did what everybody else was not doing. Right. When everybody was doing and it gets salute to the drill shit, salute all that. I love all that shit. But when they was doing that, we wasn't doing that. We was doing us. What we love to do. And they was like, yo, y'all here wildin'. Dubai, let's go. I said, goddamn right. If it's paying, we going.
Oh, they got you.
If it's paying, we going.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
South by Southwest paying for you to go to Dubai is a pretty big flex.
It's on. Yeah. It's on.
I told you, I'll pull up, I'll be there with the camera, and we'll vlog that whole joint. I got the portable, like, recording setup, so I could bring like I got another interface and a microphone. I could bring that shit. We could record. I could bring my laptop and edit stuff while we even there. Little clips to keep going. That's what I want. That's more what I want to get into as well, because although I want to be an artist, like stage my happy place and all that, make music.
But you want to be an artist, or are you an artist?
Well, I am, but I want to be my success and my name to be mainly. Oh, you can go to his show and listen to his music, gotcha. And then he does all of this, everything else. Right. But then the funny thing is, you kind of gotta like go the opposite way. It's like how they say a pyramid is actually a diamond. Right. Ooh. That whole situation. You start from building up the experience of all these things, and then you put them into fruition, and then key the attention to one thing. So like, vlogging and being able to have like, if I wasn't engineering and doing these podcasts and interviews, I would never be here with you guys right now. Whoa. You know what I mean? Right. You know how long it would have taken me on my own accord in music to get to be with y'all and just have a conversation? I dig it. You know what I mean? So that's really what's best, and that leads me to my next. What do you guys? Can you tell us more about what you guys are working on? Like what you guys got coming up? I know you can't say too much, but like you know,
he has a clothing line. Tell me about the clothing line.
Clothing line, classically branded. You know, it's not just one of the garments I got on here. Something I do. This was something that happened by pure accident, you know, and came across it. But you know, it's about being in situations that open up other doors. Just being in situations creates other opportunities. You know, it's like you being in situations. The young lady sit there. Just being in situations create different opportunities, especially when people appreciate your aura. People appreciate what you stand for when you're actually in the room with them, you know? So, classically branded, you hear me? Check us out.
That's good.
And then also, he got a new single out right now. Talk about the single.
Listen, the single. I was in my bag for this single. I was in my bag mentally wise. I was in my bag feeling wise, and I just put this single out. It's called the fuckery. Yeah, basically, it's just, we all know what the fuckery is, you know. You know, the fuckery that gets to some of us, and we see it, and we kind of like so bothered by the fuckery. So it's just me addressing the fuckery and letting the fuckery know that if push come to shove, we will go there. But you know, being grown, you know how to navigate and not have to always address the fuckery for the fuckery, you know. But I can match energy with the fuckery. As soon as I start matching energy with the fuckery is when the fuckery dies out. You sometimes you got to step up to the fuckery in order to show the fuckery that you ain't on the fuckery as I'm on the fuckery.
Right.
You
You ain't on that animal shit. Don't act like you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it was just and it was done so creatively done. You know, it's like if any grown person takes a look at it and listen to it, you're kind of impressed. Like, I got it, I get it, total sense. You know, so check out the fuckery. Check out Good Time. Check out Good Day. It's just about life, man. You know, you experience life, man. We here, Rapper Records. You know, go.
Now and then on the other side, let me turn on. I'm not talking as the artist no more. Now I'm talking as the president of the label. Yeah. Right. We have a subsidiary label called Inspirational Rock Boy. Inspirational Rock Boy is just that. It's the inspiration side of what we do. That's DR Period's baby. So what some people might call gospel or
church music,
conservative, church music, so on and so forth. All of that, but it's inspirational, and we, you know, have a specific label just for that. And right now, DR has a single called "Whole Nother Lit." That's going crazy out there. It's doing what it's doing, and we moving that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole entity within itself. Now I'm back on my artist side now. Now, I'm part of a Rock Boy G's. Me, him, and his 66 other members of the Rock Boy G's. You know what I mean? Salute to all the Rock Boy G's. You know what I mean? I'm also got a team called Murder Unit. That's me and my partner Rube. We got a project out right now. MU! Got a project out right now. Here it is right here. This Murder Unit project. You know what I'm saying? It's out right here. Right? So we just dropped the new single. It's called Stop. And Stop is the energy that it's that New York energy that I feel that we're missing. Right? That New York, New Jersey, because Rudy's from New Jersey. So that's that New York, New Jersey energy that I believe is missing. So therefore we brought it to it and we wildin'. We had another single called Slippin'. That was geared more towards the younger audience and all that, but it was authentic. We wasn't trying to rhyme like them or sound like them. Because all my younger ones who's rocking, they moving around, man, I salute y'all because y'all got your own thing and we gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we love and we respect that. So I'm not gonna step on that. But what we did was, not even but in addition to, what we did was we got busy. Slipping. The video was out, the single was out, we're doing our thing.
High energy.
You know what I mean? High energy is crazy. Then we got I Need Money, which every show that we do, I Need Money turns it up. Because that is something that any language you speak, any demographic, any motherfucking agenda, any motherfucking culture, money is needed. So therefore, that single always pops, you know what I mean? And all these joints is produced by DR Period. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get it one more time. Get up DR Period, goddammit. You gotta get up DR Period, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I mean? So, got so much, man. And this Friday we going to Ohio. Right? We're going down to Ohio. I just did a deal situation with Hip Hop Period. So,
salute the Hip
Hop Period, you know what I mean? So we rock it down there. July we in Atlanta for Fleet DJs Conference.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So we going down there. Every year we do South by Southwest. Every year we do Texas. So, you know what I mean? We doing that. You know what I mean? And
what's up? We go to South by Southwest.
Come on with it.
I'm gonna show y'all some music, man. And y'all tell me if I could do South by Southwest.
All right.
If anything, I could be on there with the camera and I'll make sure. I'll do both.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
You know what I mean?
Now, matter of fact, speaking of cameras, I got a team. I got two teams down with us. A Hill Productions, We just did a movie called Jesus Christ Rap Star.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And
Okay.
oh, I gotta give it up.
Yeah, you gotta give it up.
Hey, look. I gotta hey, look. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ Rap Star. You know what I'm saying? We did the joint, so it is incredible. It's a comedy. It's a funny movie. I actually play a cop in the movie. I don't
play a
fuck
cop
police.
in a movie called Jesus Christ Rap Star.
Yeah, when you see it, you're gonna understand it. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep. But you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? We premiered it. What was it, like towards last summer or something? We premiered it, right? And then after we premiered it, so then it got picked up, and now we doing the rounds with it. So it's doing what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? And then Akia, AZ Productions. She got a drink called Ladies. It's out right now, and that's on YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry, that's on Tubi and other spots like that. You know what I mean? So
Salute the kid.
Salute the kid, goddammit. Salute the kid, goddammit. So we moving, man, and then not finally, because it's so much, but then you know what I mean. One of our affiliates, Dice. You know what I mean? Dice Killer. He's a part of the Rock Boy G's. He got a store. And it's out in Rochester, New York, you know what I mean, a clothing store. So everybody, if you're in Rochester, New York, go Rock District, salute Ice Cold, salute the whole team. Make sure you go over there and support, spend some money, do it up, you know what I mean? So it's a whole lot more, but that's just the basics right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Speaking of which, thinking back on all your years in this industry as a whole, from when you started to when you really got in to even now, what's like one of the wildest stories that you haven't told that you could give to us, like a Bob Felicia moment, or like y'all was trying to figure y'all had to figure out a way to make it out that motherfucker or something like that. Like what's like a crazy like story, particularly from the industry, like, oh shit, we got into this cause.
Okay, well,
we knew we weren't supposed to be here anyway.
I'm gonna say from me, from my perspective of our travel through this, right? We have been fortunate, despite the little bumps and shit that was on other people, not really on us. We have been fortunate that wherever we be, just I kid you not, wherever we be, it has always been a respect level of people respecting how we came through. It was never, it was, I don't recall ever running into any haters against us anywhere we were. It's because I believe the energy, the mannerism, the way we move always attracted the right energy to come right in. Even the so-called wolves, with all those places that we were, they attracted to us instead of, hey, you know, sometimes you go to places and the people in that neighborhood want to turn, we never got that rah-rah.
Well,
we got the fact that they want to attach on.
What about the one time?
What's that?
The one time. Now, this was later on. Because I got stories from earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one time when we was
in Brooklyn. Oh, but let me just say. Now, one particular time happened when I hung to but
when Goodz like, yo, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Right. One side, what happened?
He's like, all right.
Yes, and so again,
then it was over.
When
okay.
and that
I
goes,
had to scuff him up.
Right.
I mean,
you
know.
Y'all was getting busy.
But that goes back to the song. How like they brought fuckery and we addressed fuckery, and once fuckery saw that this fuckery is a little bit more aggressive on fuckery calmed down.
Yeah.
You know, they wasn't. I don't want to say they wasn't about it. I think they, in the midst of fuckery, matching fuckery, they seen that it was nothing soft about this going on here. And they kind of bowed out to it, like, yo, these dudes is the real deal. And kind of bowed out to it and went along their way. You know what I mean? They picked it up and they went up. So again, I say, like, the energy we bring to everywhere we went, we have been fortunate that it's been recognized in the right content. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that's just everywhere we've been, everywhere.
Right.
And we always been highly blessed that nothing like I hear about in these other groups be happening. You know what I mean? As far as them running into that energy and get stomped out or get pushed up or get robbed and all. We have been fortunate to our energy. It's such a dope respect could we give it as well?
Right.
You
What
know?
about something like it could be something like crazy too, like yo, we ended up on this like I don't know how, but we were in Madison Square Garden performing, and then we ended up going to like friggin' I don't know, Master P's house to barbecue, like what, like just like an insane story where you're just like, yo, what is life today? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I tell you like this, right? Hold on, I try to choose my words wisely.
This is going up.
We done, you know. Okay, let's start like this. Like he said, everywhere we went, right? Number one, I got family everywhere. So everywhere we went, I had family there. Family be official. North Carolina, South Carolina, Jersey, Texas, my motherfucking, everywhere we went. Ohio, everywhere we went, we got family there, right? So what? But we also come through and we understand, your rules on the street don't override the rules when you in the jungle. You understand? So when you out here on the street, you the big man in the street, but when you go to the jungle, that street shit don't count there.
Yeah.
You understand? So wherever we go with respect. Just don't be fucking with us. We gonna give you your respect. You the man? Alright, well shit, you the man. Hey, I'm gonna applaud you because you the man. Just don't fuck with me. Don't put me in a position to whereas. So when we go with that respect, they will understand that we come with respect. And when they understand that we come with respect, they respect us because we respect them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now, younger days now, we done ran across a couple of. We in LA. I'm gonna go to the bullshit. Don't judge me. I'm going to LA. We in LA.
As soon as you said LA, he was like,
We're in LA, right? Boom. Foxy Brown was an artist that was with us. DR helped put that together. Foxy had a boyfriend named Corrupt. Corrupt was down with Death Row. Doing his thing. Even though he was out there in the way, he's actually from Philly. But he was out there. Long story short, we out there in LA and allegedly, I don't know if to be true, I'm saying allegedly, Foxy was fucking with DMX at the time.
I'm familiar with this situation.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Foxy was allegedly. I don't know, I'm just saying. Allegedly. So now we out there in LA and Corrupt on the stage, and Corrupt was mad at DMX, so he made a diss song to DMX, and he was dissing DMX on stage. And then he says, fuck New York, and fuck everybody from New York. Now mind you, we there like this. Now you could tell we got on Timberlands, and we like this, hoodies and shit. Everybody else got on Chucks and Dickies and
ready to go.
button up here type shit. So we looked around, we like, next thing we know, we started seeing all these motherfuckers. It looked like a shell, like a sea. It went like this. Well, we were standing at, it went like this. So we looked around, we said, holy shit. Okay. I swear on everything. I looked at DR looked at me. So we knew what it was. Our whole mind state is, where we at? The door over there. We gotta get home to our family. Fuck all this other shit. We gotta get home to our family. So if you're in the way between us and getting home to our family, oh, you fucked up. But they had us. So we like, oh shit, okay. Get ready. Motherfuckers started stretching this. Ah, shit, they had us. We in the club. My man Ike Dirty, 3-6 Mafia, came through. No, that's DR, period. What, Rock Boy, what? Y'all ain't fucking with family, whoa. Everybody back then, we was like, whoa. These niggas from the South. 3-6 Mafia, they from the South. We out in LA, but they had that pool.
It's to the right, that goes right up the stairs behind the sink.
They had that pool. They pulled us, like, nah, y'all not fucking with them. Ooh. And it was like, all right. So that's one of the times where we was like, shit, we almost had a guy rocking out there, motherfucking LA, but you know what I mean? Family around us, and they understand what it was. You know what I'm saying?
So like the whole crowd just parted themselves, positioned,
yeah,
to rush that entire stage.
Yeah.
And that's something.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that makes New York New York. I wanna just talk about that. This is one of the things that makes New York New York.
Peace, God.
Peace. How you doing, man?
Big Vegas.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zane. This is one of the things.
That's
that
the
makes-
engineer.
Oh, okay, dope.
This is one of the things that makes New York New York. Is that like, here you wanna
Sit right here.
you can kind of
Yeah,
sit.
yeah, get
Yeah,
up,
you can
sit
sit right over
Wait,
here.
let
get
me
the
sit over there
camera.
for a second. Let me sit over there. Sit over there for a second. Just for a second.
Well, you can sit right over here actually, cause you're gonna be in the camera.
Okay, my fault. Didn't,
Oh, no, I'm not in the shot. That's fine.
You are.
No, you are.
You are.
Oh, okay. Then I'm out. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
He late, y'all. See, we was on time.
Yeah,
He late. We on time. He late. But he did go to the store. So
So
that's
it's like
we got the
no
water.
one said anything.
Got the water.
Yeah.
She wants the water.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you.
That's my man right there. This Big Vegas, man. His brother's the one who did he had the Money and Violence and other stuff going on. It's Big Vegas, you know what I mean? So
Shout out to Big
we got
Vegas,
we
man.
got a lot to
Hey,
talk about.
Big Vegas in the building.
Goddamn Big Vegas in the building. Goddamn, come on. Beat some business, y'all. Beat some goddamn business. Yeah. Okay. Come on with it.
So yeah, that's one of the crazy things about New York is no one in the crowd said anything to each other. They all gave each other that same look that y'all gave yourselves,
Right.
and they were just like, "We about to fuck him up,"
Let me tell you something. New York.
and they blocked. They knew that one door.
That's it.
They blocked it, and
Let me
they
tell you
was
something.
like, "Yo, you're gonna have to come
New
here."
Yorkers, I can't say this. I can't say it's not true. I don't know if it's true or not true. I don't know. But I don't know nowhere else on this planet. Or it could be somewhere else. I don't know. But I do know in New York, there's a thing to whereas we speak without speaking. If you from New York, you can be anywhere in this world. If you look at another New Yorker and you go like this, they know what that mean. You know what I'm saying? They know what it mean. I don't know about anybody else, but you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. So you ain't even gotta say nothing. You know what I mean? So when you get that motherfucker look, and when your instinct starts kicking in, especially if you out of town, that shit start kicking in, and you feel like, no, this ain't it. You don't need to be here. You can look at a motherfucker and know. You ain't got to say it. You can look. You go, all right, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. That's that instinct. That's that New York shit.
That's the New York shit, bro.
That's that New York shit. Can't be compared nowhere else.
Yo.
Indeed.
And that's I can't. So like, what was going through your mind? Like, how did y'all end up? Okay, how did it feel? Where you, all right, we're ready to walk out. They said it's safe. Where you're walking through the tunnel, the sea of
The bullshit.
you're walking through the bull. But how did that feel? Just like, all right, bet we're gonna hopefully
Uneasy.
get to that door.
Uneasy. It's uneasy like a motherfucker because you know what? Like, let's be real. Like,
Be one
you
person.
could be the toughest motherfucker on the planet, but we human, right? So it's just that just because it's fight or flight, because I didn't fight, I chose to fight. That don't mean I ain't scared or that don't mean I ain't nervous about the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still that, but I know what I need to do. So yeah, it's a plane ride home. Whereas you go around the corner and you got 100 guns. I got a plane ride. So yeah, nigga, I'm a little shit.
A little
But
shaken up, bro.
what I do know is how am I gonna explain to your kids that me and you together and something happened to you? I can't do that. So therefore, I'm gonna stand for you. Just like I know you're gonna stand for me. I know he gonna stand tall. I don't gotta look. He gonna stand. So therefore, how am I gonna explain I didn't stand tall and I know he gonna stand tall for me? I can't do it. So therefore, we're gonna stand tall. We're gonna get through this door together. That's family. We're gonna get through this door together. Period.
I really respect that, man. That's crazy. That mentality is thinning, whatever you want to say.
Mhm.
It's getting fewer and fewer and farther apart. But I appreciate that. I really do.
But y'all, it's all about, you gotta work about going at who is your team. You know, you're gonna be as strong as your weakest link. You know, so it's like we have had these conversations of reminding ourselves when we going out on what's the protocol, what we should be doing. You know what slips us up sometimes is when we go sometime happen to look out for the women that are on our team.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because the women on our team, they're dope. You know?
Yeah.
So if you see them, you're gonna try to pull them because how dope they look. So we just gotta remind them that it's okay, the midwives, but always being mindful. You letting us know what's going on, because that's how you move. We gotta make sure you get back home too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot with us, and like I said, we make it back every time. So
Right.
That's the end of
That's
it.
a mission.
Every time.
That's a mission. Hold on. We gotta clap it up for that. That's a mission. We gotta get back home. We gotta get back home. And get back home.
What did he say? He said, you win some, you lose some.
But you live.
But you live to fight another day.
That's right.
I'm
That's
saying,
a
I like fighting. I'm like that whole Dragon Ball Z. It's the ultimate sport. The only other sport that I did through like all of like middle school and high school and everything, and I still do today is swimming. Is the only other sport that uses your entire body at the same time constantly. So.
But this what you got. You like.
But you gotta be able to do that, Pop.
Say,
you can't fight. You should not be having a gun, my nigga.
No, but it's deeper than that. It's not the fact that whether you like fighting or not. It's so much deeper. It's the having the mentality of knowing, is this fight worth what it may turn into?
Right, exactly.
So you got to be mindful of you being with us and how you conducting yourself when we out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you may be type, like you said, I'm a fighter, so you face fighting everybody. You want to do the ice grill back and forth
For nothing.
For nothing. Then you look like, why are you slipping the ice grilling like that? Don't add up, or why you, it's just that you don't bring the unnecessary fuckery that don't have to be there.
Have to be right.
Because now you're forgetting that you're thinking about yourself. You're not even thinking about everybody else that's with you.
Right.
Domino effect.
There's an automatic domino effect. Automatic.
Right.
There's automatic consequences to it. No ifs, ands about it. And it doesn't make you soft to think about it. It makes you a grown man to actually think about it. It makes you have compassion for everybody that's currently with you. Because one domino effect of you ice grilling somebody and he's challenging your ice grilling, and then y'all go at it and now it turns into something. Then at the end of it, say we did win. We done popped off. We done did all the extra shit. We done stabbed. We done did everything. We won that battle. But yet we
Still
on camera. We don't care. We got caught on it, and then you in another state, so you don't mind going to jail because we got to go to jail. So now you're doing a bid in another state.
Yeah.
So now you're doing a bid in another country. Now you're doing a bid, and then you sit in that cell and you're thinking about how you got there. It doesn't add up to anything.
So you know what? One day we was going somewhere. I don't remember where, but we was talking about it. Remember we was talking about when the dude who, I think they was making too much noise upstairs, and he went upstairs like, yo, can y'all calm down? Whatever. And the dude came out, and he saw him, and he said, you know what? I'll be back. And he went to his house, and when he came back out, he knew he had the upper hand. He talking to my boy, and boy slumped him. Boom! Slumped this kid. Boom! Slumped this girl. Boom! Like, just...
Now, the girl got away.
The girl got away. Okay, but he slumped this kid. It was like, all that shit could have been avoided if he'd have been like, yo, my fault, all right, I'll call it down, or whatever, right? Remember when you used to... And you're like, yo, like, was it really worth it? And it's like, damn, at any given moment, any one of us could be in a situation whereas we're tested, and the shit can go left or right at that given moment. Pride.
That's it.
Pride, motherfucker.
So, before I just want to thank you guys again for being here. It's really been like, it's been the best pleasure to listen to you guys' stories, and to just like get a whole round of like how you guys started up and where you guys have been to, for real. If I could ask one final question, what is 3 songs that you guys are listening to right now, and then do you have any words of just like overall words of wisdom for particularly people trying to make it the way you guys as you guys did, just coming up in the industry and working your way through the industry, developing connections, really grinding out, selling out events, hustling just like hand to hand, because it gets really skewed, like people get really discouraged based based on their just notion that you gotta be this social media mogul and be famous on like TikTok to be able to do things in any way. And it's like you can really just develop a core following, a nice, like you said, street, neighborhood, town wide, and grow from that, make a couple dollars to fund you to the next level. So who are you listening to, and how does that influence like what you would have to say?
I'm still thinking. I'm not even sure who I'm actually listening to these days.
Don't have to be recent. Just like, you know, that's just we like to ask that particular question, like who are you listening to, or like who are like what's like your 3 top songs that you just like are bumping right now, just to see like where your ears at.
Let's put it like this, right? And I know you did say this was your last question, but when I'm gonna say this, right? Not override, because it's your shit, not the override, but
No.
this really ain't the last question, because after we do what we doing, I'm gonna let my guy speak. When I say beats and business, it's just that. Beats, music, business. He's gonna tell the average artist how to get money. He's gonna give you the blueprint. This is how we're gonna get this money. Here's what you can do. Businesses, minorities, street guys, ladies. So we're gonna get into that. It's gonna be real quick, because I know you got things to do.
No.
You got things to do. But you still going, you want me to go?
I'm gonna say this real quick.
Shoot it.
To that, just consistently show up. You know, consistently show up. Most of us got into this out of pure just love for doing it. Didn't even mind whether it made $1 or not. It was just the love of actually doing it. So when you find something that you love and it drives you every day, man, consistently show up. You know, improve every time you show up. Every time you show up, man, just being in that room, you know. And that's why I can say got us a lot of places by consistently showing up. You know.
Goddamn right.
That's important. Just
Yeah,
being
consistent
consistent
showing
no
up.
matter what.
You know, and keep the love for
You
it.
can't break that.
You know, because even times gonna always get hard. It's always gonna be. But I mean, you have something that you love, like doing it. It'll never be a real job, because you like there's a love for it. It's like your pastime hobby that comes with it. You know, so consistently show up.
Yep.
That's like your girl. She get on your nerve, you still want to fuck her, right? Right? You still want to fuck, right? So come on with it. God damn it. Fuck your girl. Everybody
Yeah,
fuck
you're
your
right
girl.
there. Everybody go
Fuck
fuck
your
your
girl.
girl.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Treat her right.
Now, but I'm going crazy. But my thing is, all right, you ask who I listen to. Here's who I listen to. Don't judge me. Bob Marley stays in my deck.
Okay. Of course.
MOP stay in my deck. And Malcolm X stays in my deck.
Okay.
His
Malcolm
speeches.
X.
Speeches.
Yeah.
Speeches.
Audio speeches. I listen to them.
Dope.
It means so much to me. Right? Now.
Okay.
Now I know you look at me like this wild nigga listen to Malcolm X. Look, I know,
Nah,
but
nah,
just
nah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So this is what it is, right? Now mind you, I'm the rap nigga. Rakim, Coogee Rap, Nas, Ghostface. I'm the rap nigga, but I'm an R&B nigga too. Don't get it twisted. I'm an R&B nigga too, right? So what I'm saying is that's the shit that I listen to. You talk about, when I said Bob Marley, you talking about somebody who's out there in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and the music that they made inspire me today. Which means what? That's timeless. So we talking about somebody that passed away. That music is timeless. Now, mind you, I didn't talk about Big. I didn't talk about Pop, but they're there.
Yeah.
They there. I just felt like that's the second pause. That's the second coming of my first. I said pause 19 times. Don't judge me. I said pause 19 times before I said. But that's the second coming of my first generation of what I'm listening to while I'm driving. Right? 'Cause while I'm driving, that's why I get my inspiration. To be real, right? So if you listen to if you think about the people I just said, Bob, Malcolm, right? MOP. You listen to the people I just said. What happens is MOP is from where we're from, right? That's family of ours and all of that.
Right.
But they brought something to the table, which was a certain pride, a certain dignity from where we come from, which is Brownsville, Brooklyn, which was the bottom. It's the gutter, but they made something that was so disheartening. It's crazy. You're a little younger, but
well. They spoke for us well, man. They really
see?
did. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I was so happy to hear them, and they spoke for us so well. It it was a vivid picture. I remember feeling so proud hearing it. And you know, like when you got people that's from your area, and you know you may support them because they're just from your area, but you're kind of like, that dude's trash. But yeah, they from this. I mean, I was so happy at how they did it.
and let's be clear, going to club, they was whooping ass too.
Yeah.
Get out of line, they was fucking niggas up out there. When Andy Up came out, it was some wild shit going on. But I digress.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
So now, and then when I say like Bob, right? Now I'm saying this to me. Bob, that time frame and era of music is the only music that I can actually say that was beautiful music. Meaning, the way the bass lines was, going, the way the keys and how it was all put together, that was beautiful music. I don't know no other music that's beautiful. I know music that's slick. I know music that's soulful. I know music that's funky. I know music that's hardcore. I don't know. That's the only music I know that is beautiful. That era of reggae was beautiful. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really was.
Bob Marley. I'm sorry. Malcolm. Well, Malcolm. Now I wasn't alive when he was, doing what he was doing. But when I heard the tapes and what he was doing, it made me just think like, there's other things going on. How this man is not here right now, but he's talking about things that's happening today. How is he doing that? It was something else going on, and it just resonated something to me that made me go, yo, you know what? It's not just words. His tone, his cadence, the words he was speaking and all that, to me, that's rap. That's rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I was listening to it, I maybe listened to it a little different, but I was listening to it and saying, nah, man, that's something else. Listen to what he's saying, man. Like, Malcolm, he from the hood. He started talking crazy. He in the picture with his gun. He had charisma. That's rap.
He was the Rakim of the thing.
That's rap. That was Rakim. That was rap. That was rap. So therefore, to me, that's what I listen to. And to end it up, how does that translate into what we want to tell people? What we want to tell people is about Bob Marley, the love and the art. It ain't about what's going on today. Anytime somebody try to say, yo, this was happening today, fuck all that. It's about what you feel. Well, if what you feel ain't happening today, it might be what's happening tomorrow, right? Because life is 60 degrees, right? A broken clock is right 2 times a day, right? So therefore, if what you feel ain't what's happening right now, who gives a fuck? You do what you feel, not what people tell you to feel. You understand what I'm trying to say? Genuine love, that honor, that respect. You do whatever you're doing, you do it from the heart, you do it 100%, and somebody somewhere is going to love it. That's the Rockaway way. Do what you feel, somebody's going to love it. And that's my message. Do what you feel, somebody's going to love it.
don't rock,
Now,
it ain't right.
Before I bring, if it ain't rock, boy, it ain't right. If it ain't rock, boy, it ain't right.
Boy, it ain't
Now, before I bring him through, so he can talk about his business shit, I was gonna say this: free Diddy, right?
Oh.
I'm saying this, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't heard it from nobody else, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah,
Free
I ain't
Diddy,
gonna lie, man. Yeah.
cause that's some bullshit.
Yeah, some bull crap.
He's a raggedy motherfucker. Yeah, he beat that woman. Yeah, he did that. But the shit he charged with, that's fucked up. Free that man. Free that man. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that, right? If we make people feel comfortable to whereas, hey, lock somebody up for some shit that they ain't do. And our own people start feeling like, yeah, fuck it, it don't matter. That's scary. That's scary. They can lock you up for your art and how you feel. You and your girl, y'all get into some old wild shit. Matter of fact, you take your girl out for a dinner. You fly her across the world like, yo, listen, baby, I'm balling. I'm gonna fly you across the world. I'm taking you out. She get mad at you. Guess what? That's trafficking. Oh shit, what? It's my girl. How's that trafficking? You take her across state lines? She get mad at you? Trafficking. Nigga, that is horrible.
That's not trafficking.
Bullshit.
What happened?
Bullshit.
So
Bullshit.
the thing about Diddy is
No. Say what trafficking is before you go there. What's trafficking?
trafficking is abducting somebody and transporting them to another location against their will.
Now, if your girl say, I didn't want to go, I was scared. What is that?
Okay.
You stuttering. Say it. What is it? If your girl say, I had sex, I was scared, and he took me, I didn't want to go. What is that?
The thing with
You didn't answer the question. What is it?
That's what they want to say.
What is it?
I was scared.
What is it?
Nah,
I don't even want. That's an accusation, is what it is.
Bro.
That's an accusation, is what. That's a he said, she said moment.
You
But
get
my
locked up for
thing
accusations.
is-
You know that, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but what I'm saying
But
is.
do you know that?
What I'm saying
Wait,
is.
first, do you know that? You can get locked up for accusations. You know that?
We all know that you can get locked up, you can get detained and arrested for accusations. What I am trying to say is, notice how none of the celebrities that have gained an upbringing or have even worked with Diddy have come towards
That's not
his
true.
defense.
That's not true.
I'm talking about the people that he allegedly coerced with sexual favors.
What's coerced?
Coerced is to influence with the intention of a threat, right?
So if you tell your
With
girl,
the consequence of a threat.
no, that's not true.
I'm not talking about the girl thing. I'm not talking about the guy.
That's
the
not
girl
coerce.
thing.
That's not coerce.
Coercion
Is
is
what?
to threaten somebody
That's not
or
threat.
incentivize.
Nope.
Like I'm going to,
Nope.
I'm gonna manipulate you into doing. I'm gonna like offer you what you want,
Right.
but if you don't take the stipulations, there is not. You don't only not get what you want, but there is a consequence.
That's not true.
That is exactly
That's
what
not what
coercion
coercion
is.
is. Look it up on your phone. That's not coercion. That's not what coercion is.
What happened is.
That's wait. No.
It's like, yo, if
we
you
gotta
don't come to
say what
this
it is.
freak
That's-
off,
that's not what it is.
Let me speak though.
Go ahead.
If you don't come to
But you
this
can't
freak-
say that and then
let me
not
speak,
follow
let me
up.
speak.
Can't say that and not
If
follow
you
up.
don't, that's what I'm trying to follow up, and you asking me, you know what I'm saying? So, if you do not come to this freak off and come into this room or do whatever, yeah, you can walk out of here right now. But rest assured, you'll never be successful. You'll never be in the industry. You might not even get a job because I'm going to sue you for so much defamation of character that you'll be indebted to me for the rest of your life, and so will all your family. That's a threat.
That's a perception.
No,
That is coercion.
That's
Can
not.
I
You're
respond to that?
influencing
It's actually not.
somebody with
It's actually not.
you're manipulating somebody with the influence of a threat.
That's not true.
That is coercion.
That's not true. Because you can feel like they saying that. Because they didn't
No,
say
because
those
you
words.
can walk out of
Listen,
there on
listen.
your own free will and take the consequences.
No.
But you're gonna have those consequences. Rest assured.
Consequences of what you said or what I feel. A woman can say what she feels.
But that's why
And
I'm
that's-
saying you're talking about the woman, and I said I'm not talking about that. I'm
talking about the situation,
the
period.
celebrities. Yeah, I know, but you're talking about one thing and telling me that I'm not sensible in something, in a point that has nothing to do. He may or may not have done anything with that woman, beat that woman, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that at all. That's not why he's
Now, I'm not talking about the
dealing with
beating. I'm
most
talking about
of the charges that he's dealing with. A lot of charges are defamation of character,
It's not.
coercion, blackmail.
There's 2 charges. I just watched it today. It's 2 charges. I know Diddy's sister. It's 2 charges. It's 2 charges that he's dealing with right now.
So he's only in there for her.
No. But notice, she
But
was
what
the
is
man.
the
Case
other
is
thing
not
he's in there?
about
No,
it. The
it was
case
a
is not-
you know what a RICO is?
Yes.
He's in there for a RICO. Who else he's charged with?
But notice, like I said, where's Justin Bieber? He got his whole career from Diddy. Where's Usher? He
You
got
know
his whole
why?
career from Diddy. Where's
That's not saying they're not coming through. That's just saying that they're not
it
coming.
won't? Where's
That's
Meek
not
Mill?
true. That's not
Meek
true.
Mill's not doing a
That's not
damn
true.
thing.
That's not true. So you talking about a character witness? I'm talking about the actual
I'm talking about
charges.
anything.
Charges and witnesses are different. Witnesses that come through when they are called to come through. Charges is something different. They're saying a RICO. A RICO means a conspiracy, like a criminal enterprise.
Yeah.
Him and his girl, because she was the first one. Him and his girl, and what she said, not his words, she said out her own mouth.
But what are the charges under the RICO?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Racketeering
You know what racketeering is, right?
or
You know what racketeering means, right?
yes.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what she said out her own mouth, because it came out today. She said out her own mouth, trafficking, kidnapping is one of the charges. She said out her own mouth.
That's what they're charging him though.
You gotta.
You can traffic. So like you said with the woman, is it trafficking
Mhm.
if she is afraid? That's actually, you know what? I appreciate you for repeating that because it actually is my point. You're right. If she's afraid, if he's afraid, he's gonna go to that island. He's gonna go to that tribe. That is trafficking. That's 100% it. He's trafficking her, him.
Now I'm gonna tell you what
her,
she said.
Anybody.
I'm gonna tell you what she said. She said, I didn't wanna do the freak offs no more.
Right.
Why? Because he might do it with somebody else. That's not trafficking. That's saying you don't want your man to
Nah,
mess
that's
with
not
anybody
trafficking.
else.
Nah, not trafficking.
Because
He
you're
was-
saying, listen what I just said.
He
She
trafficked
said,
Meek Mill.
listen what I just said. Good, you
He
hear me?
trafficked Usher.
Listen what I just said.
You're right.
She said, I don't want to do it.
And he threatened them.
But
With
if
their
I
career.
but if I don't do it, my man is gonna have sex with my man is gonna have a threesome with somebody else.
Yo.
That's not trafficking. That's a fucked up relationship. That's not trafficking.
No, the trafficking is when the other threesome without her is with
That she
two
paid
other
for.
artists, okay, regardless, with two other artists,
That she called. The male escort
and he
said
got them to do that threesome
The male
by
escort-
threatening their career and their livelihood
How?
and their peace
the
of
male,
mind
the male,
and
the male
their
escort said,
their
She
image,
called me-
their public image.
I'm gonna tell you what the male escort said. The male escort said, she called me. Then he said, sometimes I didn't even want to get paid. I didn't even get paid. I was just happy to be there.
The money isn't the issue. It's the
It is. When you're talking about one of the charges is prostitution. Prostitution is paying for sex. So if he says, I didn't even get paid, I wanted to be there because she is one of the prettiest women I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you want to be a bad boy or not? That's the.
You heard? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like,
You
now,
want to be down or what?
he's a fucked up individual, but he shouldn't be in jail for some shit that he didn't do.
Nah, he was doing that shit.
What was he doing?
He was fucking niggas for the contract. I
And
feel like.
So what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that,
That's not illegal.
but that's
That's not
that's
not
coercion
trafficking.
with sexual favors.
No, it's not. So if you tell your girl, hey babe, you want that new coat? All right, now give me a little head. I get you that coat. That's coercion, right?
Yeah, and you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to take it.
You understand what I'm saying?
But here's where it becomes coercion. Here's where it becomes coercion. Here's where it becomes blackmail. He's like, okay, well you can walk out of here. You don't have to take none of that. That's totally fine. But I also have the right to tell every production company in the entire world not to work with you, and you'll never get a job again.
You know what?
And
You're
I know
right.
people that in most businesses in your area,
That's
where
blackmail,
you
right?
might not even get a job.
That's blackmail, right?
You know what, Shark?
That's-
Wait, real quick, I'm gonna let you
That's
go.
coercion with blackmail.
So she said, if you don't pay me $10 million, I'm gonna show this tape. What's that?
That's right back at you. That's also coercion and blackmail.
Whoa!
That's also coercion and blackmail.
Whoa!
She's smart. That was a good move.
Well, hold on. How's she smart? But he's the criminal.
Because he was doing this for no apparent reason whatsoever
Huh?
for all the other people. And
Oh,
she
what other
did that
people?
to
It's only
protect
two
herself.
people. It's only two witnesses. It's only two. It's only 2 people right now, which is Cassie and another chick.
That's because
There's only 2 people.
Yo, bro. So you telling me Meek Mill don't have nothing to say?
Listen,
No, I don't
You
know
telling me
that.
Lil Flip don't have nothing to say?
Listen, I want to say what I want to
So
say.
not Lil Flip, my Lil Flip. Justin Bieber don't have nothing to say.
Listen,
I don't know. I don't know.
I want to put this one
Same.
thing on the table before we all could just look at real quickly. I believe what Diddy did is the same thing Dame Dash did, and what I mean by that, they went in and they created a bunch of enemies in their reign of power.
Yeah.
They created a bunch of enemies that
they
didn't
mad,
like
yeah.
them. So you got a lot of people that bow out to you because you were in a position of power. But soon something bad to you happened to you in that position, you don't get no support because people don't like. I'm happy with that. That motherfucking attitude was. You hear all the negative shit about. Oh, he was a piece of shit anyway. I'm happy with. So that is what I believe is happening. He didn't. Even though he was in a position of power, he created. You had when he left the room. A lot of people like, oh, I'm so happy he left because they was in fear of the animal he was when he was in the room. He made people feel disgust. It's one thing you remember in life. You remember how people make you feel.
That's right.
You'll always remember how somebody made you feel in life. And then something happened to him, and you're like, oh my God, that shouldn't be happening because he made you up. But if it was oh, good for the fuck, he's a piece of shit anyway. So that is what's happened, I believe. All the people that's not coming to, in your opinion, his defense is because they didn't really like him and they was only associated with him because of the fact he was in a position of power.
And their people are telling them, don't step in there right now.
Don't step in there right now.
That's gonna mess you up. Don't do that.
Right. So you got people that want to step up and they're like, no, girl, for your career, you about to start off. Don't fall back because we don't want you attached to that. So that's just the way of the world is right now. If I go, I go in support of, oh, he must have been freaking off too. He over there supporting. So this is nobody don't want to be stuck attached to that, But I don't. From what they're showing, I don't see the crime.
There's no criminal shit.
I'm so
it's bullshit.
Because
some punk shit.
Like, if you get locked up for murder, right? They're automatically talking about the murder. Once the case starts, how this become? They're not going around. They're talking about stuff that is not adding up to the case.
No, there's a lot of people that were involved with stuff like that. You're talking about what's his name? I was just looking it up, but the dude from Nickelodeon. Remember that documentary that just came out about how he was doing the same thing with the kids from Nickelodeon and all that stuff, and abusing the workers and everything. There's a lot of tyrannic activity from there.
But
you
it's
know
not.
What I'm saying?
But it's not being brought out yet on court record. You hear me? This is just hearsay.
But that's the thing.
But check this out.
Is that's
You
the
know-
main part.
Hold
No,
on,
I
check
just
this out.
want to end it because we don't have to end it, but I just want to because we are running out of time. I don't want to take too long, and I know he wants to introduce himself as well and get everything. But it's more. It's just. I think we're finally getting to a point
No,
where
good. Sit down. Good. He can stand right there. You good?
we're finally getting to a point where there's always a balance between the difference between he said, she said, the unaccounted, undocumented story, and the written law. You know what I mean? The untold what the law is and how things actually go. You know what I mean? Because we know that from living in the hood. Like, the law means this, but I know how to finesse and do what I got to do to make sure. And even when I see cops and whatever that know me on the street, whatever, they know what it is. Because there's a way that things flow. So it's like, I think what's interesting now is like the law is now getting a little bit better. At incorporating.
Fuck the law.
No.
Bullshit.
No, I'm not advocating for the law right now. Anyway,
fuck the police,
what I'm
fuck
saying
the law, fuck all that shit.
I've had some accounts where if it wasn't for a judge I've had some accounts when I was younger, where like I didn't even get to speak. It was as simple as that. And then I've had some accounts as I got older where I was able to I was able to at least articulate a point.
It's a voice.
Yeah, and it wasn't all just about the paperwork.
Right,
like where you caught me, what the cop suspects, and what they went with. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it a little easier. Where like, unfortunately, with the transition, there's a whole lot of malfeasance and just like people get the short end of the stick, and they should have been innocent. They should have been guilty. We're living in one of those cases, right, with Diddy. Because I agree. I never thought I never even suspected any of that. You know what I mean? Because people were talking about, oh, he was on all that, and he looks like a pedophile. No, he doesn't. Back in the 90s, we wasn't thinking like that. We wasn't saying pause and ayo every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It was a different culture. We had a whole different like standard for respect and just general understanding because we're not exposed to every goddamn dumb shit all the time. Like you guys were exactly saying. So I think that with the Diddy situation is, it's unfortunate for him that people are, like the court is listening to the testimonies and the little backstories way more. Michael Jackson was a victim of that. Niggas didn't know that he was innocent until he was already dead, and that's what's really fucked up.
Great case.
You're right.
Great case.
100%. Because everybody and their mama was saying he was wrong, he shouldn't have been doing it, woo. And then when he died, the dude said, he ain't really do that.
He didn't do that.
My
And all
mama
the
made me
parents
say
came
that.
out, I already got my money, so I can tell you he ain't do that. He was just deprived of he was just a little mentally sick little.
So now,
you know what I'm saying? And he had no childhood.
Let's understand this for what it is, right? Because I want to get into this, right? Let's understand for what it is, right? There's nothing wrong with a little verbal back and forth. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Right? But here's the thing. And here's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is somebody can say, they don't have to have proof. They don't have to have anything. They can just say it. He did this to me. You have to go to jail and fight your way out. That is horrible.
Nah, that's,
I don't give a fuck about nothing. That's horrible to have to do that. Like,
you gotta prove that shit, bro.
That's some wild shit.
You gotta prove that, Dougie. You gotta be able to back that up.
While you're in jail. And then think about it. If you worth millions, you got vultures. The lawyer's gonna say, you worth millions? I need about $2 million and you want me to get you out. And you like, yo, I never even seen this girl before. It don't matter. You in here, pay me, and we're gonna get you out. Yeah. That shit is hard. Now we're coming to a point whereas right now, they had a hotline. They said, if you ever been touched by Diddy, just call in.
Stop.
What type of shit is that? Like,
your joke?
No, real shit. That's horrible. Like, anybody and their mama can call in. Yeah, it was me. Alright, we're gonna add on. That is fucking horrible.
That sounds like, you remember that hotline? I forgot what show it was on, but there was that commercial where it was like 1-800 fuck you or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like, you can call us, and it's a bunch of niggas ready to talk shit all night.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That shit is horrible, man. Like
1-800 bullshit or whatever. Yo,
that's the times we in, man. That's the times we in. This shit is horrible, man. Like,
one thing
real quick, bro, and I'm gonna let you go. You got people right now that will, if they get accused, not found guilty, not went to court, none of that. Accused, they will step down from their top positions of their job and move to a whole nother country because they will get fired and they will get ridiculed and the news is coming and everything is happening before they was even found guilty. Somebody just accused them and all this shit is happening. Nigga, that shit is horrible because at any given rate, God forbid, at any given rate, let this show right here blow up. God forbid. This little mama go, y'all went there. You know what he did? He made me drink this liquor. How do you prove you didn't do that?
We got the audio. She's laughing. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
But now check this out. She
I
can
drank
say
it consensually.
She can say, you know why I was laughing? She said, no, bullshit. Somebody can say, you know why I was laughing? I was laughing because he told me if I don't laugh, I ain't gonna be on his show. I was scared. Yeah, you see?
I
see how wild that shit is? Right.
I don't want to cut out on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Finish your business. Tell your business.
Please,
talk
tell
yourself.
about.
Well, just one last stem off is that the bigger issue is that the same way we as our culture needs to get caught up into financial literacy, legal literacy. It's something I learned personally, that someone that she chooses to stay anonymous, but she is in another lifetime she would have been an amazing lawyer, but she's taken up more law, and then there was a couple things she put me onto, simple things, and she started telling me, she's like, you know what, it goes back over 100 years, goes back into the slave days, where we, as a society, we're told to shaking our knees and shaking our boots the minute the man of the law. But when we have, you know, there's knowledge of self and there's knowledge of law. There's a different way you're moving. So the bigger issue is that, like my son, who's, you know, who plays college ball and stuff like that, he's going to states and he's, you know, he's in Arkansas, he's here, he's there, whatever the case is, and there's girls and this and that, and I had to teach him a long time ago. Cause that was an incident I had, you know.
So don't fuck white girls. That's what you said.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes,
but
you did.
What I said is that, look, you out of state, so make sure you got some kind of third party documentation. You know what I mean? Make sure there's a third party.
You
Make
just
sure
do the hold on. Did she just do the poems?
That's right. So that's yeah.
Make sure you know to call a lawyer. Make sure you know this. And the same thing, I've been there at different points in my life where it's like, oh man, I just thought the minute, you know what, you get smacked with some kind of legal paperwork, that is it. You know, because you have no defense.
So they got you with it? They got you with it?
No.
You just said.
I'm cool. Okay. I'm just saying in general, as you're growing, now I'm segueing into business, but part of business is that as you grow and as you scale, you will get tested and challenged. It's no different than, you know, we here at Rock Boys, and, you know, we're growing, we're buzzing, we're popping, and someone gonna feel away. At some point, someone gonna feel away. It ain't always gonna be kumbaya. It ain't gonna be hands across America, right? But there's a time and a place for everything.
You said hands across America?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is me. I'm Beats in business. I've always done production. But
say your name.
My name is Big Vegas, Al Nazon, and I'm founder of Beats in Business, working under the Rock Boy family umbrella. And FlyTy is my top mentor and good brother. And somebody that.
Hold on, give it up for me, goddammit.
Yeah, give it up for FlyTy.
Hey, we ain't clap for me the whole time. I clap for everybody else. We clap for me the whole time. Come on.
But I tell you one thing is the biggest thing I always say all the time is with FlyTy has been consistency. I see a lot of brothers, a lot of cats come through. You know, people scream this team, that team. Next year they selling Melaleuca, they're selling plants, and they doing the music anymore. They ain't doing music anymore, then they music or whatever. But for as long as I know this man, it's been full-time music, all in.
I went to high school.
All in. And then on top of that, what's even more impressive, the same family. Because that shows consistency. And don't get me wrong, family gonna fight, right? But there's a certain integrity and consistency that comes with being in the same family. Because you know, at some point, you know, you gotta be on point, and you're gonna have your moments or whatever the case is. But again, I'm Beats in business. Thank
you, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
My brother.
And good salute. And Barry Goodz as well. Solid brothers. So I'm proud to be next to in the company of these brothers. I really am. And be part of the Rock Boy family and given an opportunity to grow my business within the business. So I've always produced, and I've always been in the business here. Well, actually, one of my first official Beats in Business transaction, it wasn't noted as business as that, but it was actually a college paper about starting a record label. And then I used that college paper to actually secure a distribution deal with Lightyear Warner coming right out of college. And then there was a couple white boys that they love to hang out, studio, Russian kids. They wanted to decide to, yeah, you know what? Let's actually back the label. And I said, look, I got a distribution deal. Oh yeah, okay, we'll throw some money. And then we in the city, and then that happened. But that was like my first. I didn't know it then. It was Beats in Business, but that was my first Beats in Business deal. So flash forward, I realized that with all the music, I got plenty of creativity. I know plenty of producers. We know plenty of artists. But the common denominator is finance. Because at the end of the day,
I need money.
Yup. And, you know, we could barter from here all the way to Brooklyn Bridge. But at some point, JetBlue, Delta saying, listen, that's cool and all, y'all cool. y'all ready to barter? That's cool, but you know what? Y'all gotta pay this flight.
Right, damn right.
The lawyer's gonna be like, look, you know what? I gave you 10 hours, but I'm not giving you 100. So I'm providing a platform where we source out different type of finances, whether it be grants, figure out if people qualify, get their credit up, they qualify them for credit lines, or we put together sponsorships. Actually, right now, I'm proud to announce that we're putting together the Beats, Bars, and Books first tour, the first ever mic drop of authors and rappers together.
Come on.
Circulating all five boroughs and the phones,
Libraries and
libraries and public centers. Mic drop, and guess what? There's no cap at there's no shots at my showcase brothers because I love them. But all the entries for artists, producers, the authors is free. We're
free, goddammit. Come on, free.
Because it's being sponsored.
Hold on, they clapping is weak right now. Free, goddammit. Come on, goddammit, free.
And guess what? Instead of reading fundamental, we're promoting the new message for this era, which is knowledge is power, which is true. You know what I mean? So
look how powerful he just came. Hold on, don't he look like Cuzzo? Now, he a zombie.
Oh, all
Cuzzo was
right.
what?
Zombie grind.
you a zombie
Right.
or a zombie?
No.
Or is it
Don't do
different?
it. Yeah. Okay.
Cuzzo
Right.
push that grind.
Shout out
He's
to my
Cuzzo
homies,
on
man.
zombie grind.
Right.
Shout out to my zombie homies. Shout out to my 223s, my Zos.
Gotcha.
So I don't
We good. Don't even worry about it.
Everybody has their past. Everybody has their families.
Gotcha. So, but yeah, so that's what we are. So, I'm constantly getting referred businesses, artists. We're in touch with a major studio down south.
Studios,
projects,
movies.
films, you name it.
all that.
You name it. There's funding opportunities for everybody to seek grants, and like I said, we do even investment groups and so forth. So, as long as it fits in the calendar and it makes sense, I'll take on a project. I'll take on the call.
That's dope. I definitely talk more about that. That's amazing, actually. Listen. Other than that, I asked them as well. Is there anything like a general word of wisdom that you would have from like you personally? I don't think actually we got yours. That's where we'll round it out.
I feel like if anything I can say for myself personally is cooler heads prevail. That's one thing that I taught myself.
He talking about me. I be on my bullshit. He talking about me.
Oh no.
There's always a yin to a yang.
Yeah, he told me.
Gotta have both.
But think things through. Sometimes it's better to just slowly digest things. Look at it from the top of the.
Can I say this for a second? Hold on. I gotta say this. Cause he's being mild. Domino's Pizza, all types of wild shit. He's dealt with all of that. He's dealt with all, meaning funding. He's dealt with all. So we talking about millions of dollars. So artists, producers, labels, new labels, all of that. Listen, man, contact my peoples.
Oh yeah.
We'll get you some money. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
And he's a producer. Some of the records you got out. Talk to him.
Yeah, I placed commercial records on Home Depot. I got a hidden track on the Bulletproof 50 Cent project, and numerous great releases on Rock Boy.
Such as Big Smooth.
Big Smooth, Point to Prove, Undefeated, featuring Miss
Sheikah.
We got the New York Knights in Ohio.
New York Knights in Ohio.
We got a cinematic joint, Where Do We Go, featuring Mika Femme and Big Smooth and King Lee. And then there's more. Oh yeah, the production game is it's crazy.
Capone. Capone and Noriega.
Oh yeah, Paint Time. Shout out Capone. Shout out Animal, whole crew. Paint Time Glory was recorded over at Milestone Studios on 23rd. That was my home for 10 years. I was able to witness actually unreleased Mary J. reference, actually unreleased Whitney Houston referenced by Mary J. Shout out my Spark,
Wow.
Don Poole. So
Don Poole, salute.
yeah.
What's the restaurant Don Poole got? Remember we went to what's the spot? Manhattan on Neil's birthday. Remember we went?
Oh yeah, the grill.
Don-
Chop shop.
Don Poole. Chop something.
Steak chop.
Chop House.
Chop House.
Mm-hmm.
Salute Don Poole. Chop House.
Salute. Yes, and then salute to my little brother Chopper Zoe right now.
Chopper Zoe.
You know, I was able to play some of my Money and Violence.
Money and
Shout
Violence.
out Motivation. You know, so couple plays, but the biggest plays right now is making sure that we as a community come together. We could nurture each other. We could learn from each other. You know, and like I said, that's the best thing is cooler heads prevail. Because for me, you know, I'm not, because I know I run with all kinds of people. I would tell my brother, I never hope to be in that position to quote unquote press the go button. You know, a lot of a lot of corny dudes
We
out
be on
there
go.
that just want to press the button just cause.
For nothing. We want love.
You never
respect,
put
and
you
honor.
never
We
put
want
your
no
brother,
bullshit.
never put another brother, especially if you love your brothers, in harm's way.
Mhm.
If there's something you can calm down, something to calm down. But don't get me wrong, that's a bit. Sometimes that's a bit to my fault because some of my bros they'll be like, "Yo, why you call me, man?" Because for me, I be trying to keep shit at DEFCON 3, DEFCON 4. I don't like to get to DEFCON 1. I just don't like it. It's just not good for business. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Beats in Business, Rock Boy Records, we rolling right through third quarter, fourth quarter,
Shit.
next year. You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? We got Fleet DJs coming up. We got a lot of shit coming up.
And also,
Excuse me.
we want to introduce Lil Mama because we got a new engineer
Yes.
person. She's rolling. She's like that. So, you know what I mean. And then Fam, he's on with us. So, movies, whatever y'all doing, y'all need some help or whatever. Pull through, come through, rock. What's your name? Tell me your name, Lil Mama. Tell me about the whole shit.
I'm Zion. I do a lot. I engineer, sing, rap. I am just a creative of all sorts. I do graphic design, all that good, wonderful stuff. If you're looking for me, Bougie Hippie on everything. BOUGIEHIPPIE. 2 E's, not BC. And I'm a creative at heart that believes in the genuine vision. And so if you're trying to bring genuine visions to life, hit me.
That's it.
I love it. Bougie Hippie. All right, so wait a minute.
Rockboy Records, we in the building, man. Rockboy Records, the founder, DR period. He's in the building.
Salute,
That's it, that's
salute.
all. You know what I mean?
Divine
So,
Rule period,
yeah.
yes.
Salute to ABLAZE, man, and Juan and the whole team. You know what I'm saying? So, because they the one who linked this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So, we got fam right. But let me ask you, fam, where you from?
I'm from Westbury.
Like your parents.
Oh, I'm black and Puerto Rican. Yeah, but I grew up in a West Indian household.
West Indian.
It shows.
You know how I know? Because when he was talking about the fuckery, I heard you say it.
The fuckery.
That said it all right there. I said, wait a
Grandfather
minute.
would say that shit.
I said, wait a minute, I know. You know what I'm saying?
That's how my grandfather would say that shit. Every time I came home late or whatever, he was outside, doing some kind of fuckery.
Yeah.
Yo, always. Yo, yeah. Why can't you just sit on?
Right.
I say you wanna go outside and play?
Right.
Bring your homework.
Right.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Right.
And my grandmother's upstairs. You could just hear her sucking her teeth from like the whole other side of the house. I don't have the lung capacity to do it that long.
Yeah. I've been
No
knowing.
lung capacity.
I've been
Put it
knowing.
right in the middle of the camera, man.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's some real island shit, too.
Right. So now, where you from?
But yeah.
Haiti.
Haiti.
How you say it?
Florida by way.
By way of
Yeah,
Florida.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I know we done took a lot of your time.
No,
Doesn't mean
no.
I start drinking. I start going
I don't
crazy.
want the battery to die out before
I
we
know.
get closed out.
Listen.
I wanted to know. I think we just didn't. I wanted to know your words, and then if you had advice for people.
The OG, double OG, triple OG. Very good.
again, consistency, and really love the team you with. You know, if you got love for your team, you're gonna go all out for your team and to make sure we all win. When one win, we all win. Rockboy Records, let's go.
Let's do that. Now for engineers, people trying to come up and do both. That's particular because you know what I'm saying, I do that as well. So do you have any experience or what you wanna like? Maybe you won't know this until you unfortunately go through it. So hopefully you can not go through it. Like,
I just feel like the biggest thing is if you start asking yourself if it can be done, you already lost. The real question is how can you get it done?
Yeah.
If the answer is education, you need to go get. If the answer is people, you need to go meet. If the answer is resources that you don't have yet, that's not a if. That's a how can I go get those things? Wow. And don't stop yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't listen to the opinions of people who haven't done what you're trying to do. I heard a great person say that if you are the first person to try, there is no blueprint. You are making the way.
I love it.
Like,
I love it. I love it.
and so, same thing he said, consistency, keep going.
Yeah.
I love
There
it.
is a way, even if you got to cut down trees to get to
I
it.
love it. Wow. You know what? And I'm going to say this. You motherfuckers that ain't never made a hit record. Don't tell another nigga how to make a hit record if you ain't never made one.
that's
Fuck
a
you.
great point.
You
Yeah,
get the
That's a
fuck on.
great point. Keep your mouth shut.
Right. You shut the
You
fuck up.
talentless bitch.
Yeah.
That
You know
shit
what I'm
be pissing me off.
Hey,
No,
man.
no.
That shit crazy.
The thing
Bro.
is, I had to learn that too. Like, there's people like that.
Yeah.
But
a lot.
some critics can be valid too. You could just really know good music. You have no talent whatsoever, but you just know good music. But that's the thing. You have to be able to back that shit up though. There's
Yeah,
reasons
right.
why. What's his name? Simon. There's reasons why Simon could be that disrespectful.
Oh,
It's because he has a record
What's
of
that shit,
putting
Simon?
people in positions that have good music.
America's Idol.
American
Yeah.
American
American
Idol.
Idol.
Whatever Simon,
Yeah,
Simeon
yeah.
or whatever.
agency now.
Yeah. He has like an executive producer background.
It makes sense.
So he
yeah.
could tell you when your shit is trash. But if you just some regular,
He's
Yeah,
also
no.
humble
But
enough
now-
to let you know when he's
But now
wrong.
check this out.
that is
But
true.
now- but now
He
check
would
this out.
tell you that.
Here's the B side of that coin, right? And I know I'm sounding like a straight contradiction. I know, but here's the B side of that coin. If everybody that you know is telling you this shit ain't it, that don't necessarily mean it ain't it. You know what I mean? For example, we had a hit record, Broken Language. Motherfuckers was saying it ain't got no hook. That ain't it. Sometimes the first blaze the trail. So sometimes motherfuckers ain't gonna understand what it is. You know what I mean? So it's what it is. So now, as long as it stands true to what I'm saying, as long as you're doing 100% what you love to do, it's gonna be somebody. It may not be a million, maybe 100, but it's gonna be somebody that love the shit that you do. Just be 100% to you. Fuck everything else. Everybody else don't mean shit. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
The other thing is everybody's ears fall on different frequencies. So we all got things that certain kind of music that we like. But other, that's the same reason people can't stand grunge. Or I can't, I might not be able to tolerate
You say
metal grunge, but someone else, they hear all the notes and all the crazy voices and whatever the case is.
Yeah, I like
You
metal.
know?
I do a lot of screamo and mosh pit music.
Yeah.
A lot of that screamo rap shit. I do a lot of it's such a fun performance.
Well, for our folk,
amazing.
whatever we touch, we kill it. So I've seen.
We at ABLAZE Entertainment apologize for Zan's mistakes.
So, all right, guys. I really appreciate y'all coming out. Thank you so much for doing this interview with us. I would not have asked for anything more, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Rock Boys in the building. Hype it up.
Rock boy! Rock boy! Rock boys! Rock boys!
Y'all know what it is.
Let's go.
Y'all know that this interview, this session, has been brought to you by famous Scrappy's Angels. Blowing Woofer Magazine and the Urban Collective. Peace.
We here.
All that shit.